Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this Friday morning, getting ready for a great weekend in outdoors. But first, we got some rain to get on out of here today, and it's going to be windy and rainy and blowing all over the place. So just be careful today if you out there outdoors anywhere. But be sure and make sure that you know what the weather's going to do. It's going to be, like I said, today's going to be pretty nasty today. We're getting rain all over the Florida and Alabama. Let's go ahead. High today is going to be 66 and low 45, so it's going to be cool and cool off tomorrow. It should be one of the best days of the year to be out in the woods tomorrow after this rain gets through and dampens everything down. We'll have some fresh tracks and some mud holes to get through and all. Water temperature is still at 60 degrees. The river readings, take a look at the river readings over here. The Apalachicola Bluntstown been level now for about a week. It's really it's reading a 7 foot even and no movement whatsoever. And just nice and steady for the big river. It's going to change a little bit with this rain coming in. Look at the Choctawhatchee, though. You're talking about being reflective of what's going on. It's going to shoot up, really starting tonight a little bit, but Saturday night and Sunday, it's going to skyrocket. It's at 5.4 right now. It's going to jump about 3 foot Sunday. So if you're over there on Sunday, be real careful with all those floating logs and everything. All right, let's take a look at our. Let's see. The next thing, a tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Looking at today's tides. Today is the Friday, January the 23rd, and we're looking at a low tide at 8:20 this morning and a high tide 11:48. And not much tidal flow today or tomorrow. Really, not a lot of movement today. Won't matter, but tomorrow if you're going to fish, you're not going to have much tidal flow at all. Our marine forecast coming out of the east southeast this morning, but switching around to the south. Going to be blowing about 10 to 15, so be aware of that. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Captain Blair Morgan. I got Blair on the phone. He's on the road traveling, but he's still going to talk to us. Good morning, Blair.
Good morning, Winston. How you doing?
I'm doing good, but I hadn't lost you yet, have I?
No, I'm here.
Very good, very good. This is our report by Blue Water Outrigger down in St. Joe, and Blair's like me. He's hitting hunting pretty heavy here in January. So tell us what's going on down on the east end of our viewing area.
Well, there's very little fishing going on, and of course, hunting's in full swing right now. There's only 2 weeks left of the general gun season on public land up here, and we've had a rough year this year. There's so much water. Every time the things start drying out, we get another heavy rain like we're getting now. So it's just really kind of hurt our hunting this year.
Yeah, that's something. That's something we just have to deal with on occasion. We can't control it, and I know down there it's a swamp. You know, that whole area is a swamp. So I know they'll have a lot of challenges up down there that we don't have up here.
Yeah, you know, that's the reason they call it Takes Hell. I mean, it's just it's real low and it holds water year round. And when we get rains like we had, I mean, the whole place is just about underwater up there. And we hunt the Apalachicola River area too, and of course the river's just getting right again, and here comes more rain. You know, it's going to get back up. So it's just been kind of a mess.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate the good times when you have some good weather, don't it?
Yeah, it sure does. And you know, something else, the deer this year, they just now start to show signs of rut up where we're hunting, and other places they've been in rut for a while, but they just come in now. So.
Well,
you know, it's really just not getting good, but we got so much water. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. Well, I know all the boys down there are getting excited now for the next week or two, though, with that situation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people take off the last week or two of hunting season, you know, around here, because that's the best time to go.
I've heard of people missing work just to go hunting or fishing. It's amazing they do that.
Well, especially over here. Around Franklin County way,
yes, sir.
I mean, they'll take off from work real quick and go hunting.
I can understand that. Look at here.
Yeah.
I know haven't been much fishing going on down there because of just all kinds of different things going on. But if somebody's going to do a little bit of fishing, what would you want to tell them to do? Maybe just try to catch something in the canal, maybe? Or?
Well, yeah, they can catch trout and some redfish up in the canal. You know, you can catch them up there trolling grub, slow trolling. trout. They like the artificial bait, but you can do that, or they're catching a few whiting and whatnot off the beach, you know. So
yeah.
that's about all that's going on right now.
Yeah, it's that time of year and all. It's about to take off another month or two. But you know, a lot of people just enjoy getting out when the weather's gonna be nice like tomorrow, be nice and cool. Just want to get out in an area now and just they enjoy catching those small trout.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just get out. I just enjoy getting out during the day, and I don't care if I really see a deer or not. I just enjoy the woods and getting out. There's plenty of hogs this year, I can tell you that. Even my house at the Cape, I had a bunch come in there the other night, rooted my whole front yard between the house and the highway right there.
No kidding.
Yeah, they made a mess out of it. And no, up there where we hunt, we're running more hogs and foxes and bears than we are deer.
Well, it's amazing what they find to eat in an area like that, just sand and pine trees. I don't know how they survive, but they do.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up. You drive safely, Blair, but thank you so much for that report, buddy.
All right, Winston, y'all have a good one.
All right, buddy, we'll see you. All right, it's Captain Blair Morgan on the road there, and that was brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. So let's go ahead and, while we have a minute, let's go ahead and take a look at our fish and game forecast brought to us by Mark Coward of Edgewater Beach Realty. And it's a situation there where we got the morning time at 2:24 to 4:24. But this afternoon, we'll get to that tree stand early if that rain gets out of here. We're talking about 2:51 to 4:51, but we're rounding off, say, from 3 to 5. And check the website for the times for the weekend and all, because that's going to be important. And those deer will be walking all different times of day. All right, let's go and take our first break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Make sure you stay dry and safe and get ready for a big weekend in outdoors. And let's look at what happened during this past week and during the last weekend. These pictures are fascinating. We had some yesterday. We're going to try to finish them up today. We're talking about wildlife photography, sometimes just going around with your camera and all. And Pam Peterson-Kelly is really good at wildlife photography. She and her husband, Junior, went down to Ocklawaha River State Park the other day, I want to say Monday, I believe, and they took some, she saw this piebald deer. These are rare. I forget what the odds are, very rare. And she took a couple of pictures here, just a great photography there, and a piebald is what they call them. And I've never seen one wild. I've seen some mounted before, but check this out. He's getting curious here. He sees something over there, or she, and it's a healthy deer too. Thank you, Pam, for sharing that with us. Good photography. Okay, now we'll go into show a little bit of fishing. I'm going to talk about a fishing report. One of the few things that they're biting now. These are mainly what's biting in a lot of areas. Sheephead, and if you can get offshore a little bit, you can still catch them flounder, like Remington Startler did here. Okay, this is my granddaughter, my middle one, Ashley. This is Whitney's little sister. This is her first buck. Talked about it, but she got it up here outside of Elba Tuesday morning. Got out. We were getting ready to leave about 15 minutes before we left the tree stand. That buck walked out, and she was excited. She just genuinely, she was excited. When any child is on their first buck. So I'm real proud of Ashley. Now we're talking about going back to fishing a little bit. Now this is Donnie Copper fishing out of his kayak. A nice size redfish right there, Donnie. Good job. Okay, some duck hunters, and recognize these people left to right. It's Colby Chester, Chad Taylor, Dawson Gibbs, and Sam Taylor, and that's some nice ducks right there. That's one of the first trips. That's Dawson on his first trip right there. And you got some nice mess of ducks. All right, talking about first buck now. Check out this little girl right here, Kendall Ward. It's her first buck. I got a couple of pictures of it. Look how excited she is right there. Okay, and she showing everybody. And then look, I got a whole family involved. Got a twin sister here. They're excited. Got a mom and dad and a great granddad, and she was hunting with him. So that was a great family experience right there. Good job. Okay, we're going down to this buck right here. Actually, these are two bucks off the river. Frankie McKeaton, 2 bucks off the river. And I don't know the story behind this, but that's 2 nice bucks. I don't know how many people hunting with them. What's biting right now? Well, check it out, folks. The squid are in at that marina downtown. This is one of my former students here. Justin Brogdon caught. I mean, they're catching a lot of squid. Some people eat them, and some people save them for bait. So if you want some fun, get on down there tonight and try to catch some. Kyle Pridgeon hunting up there at Bear Creek Hunting Club, riding with Clint Kelly. Nice buck there, Kyle Pridgeon. Reese McFadder, talking about first bucks. This is the third kid this morning we showed with their first buck. Reese is, I think, 11 now. John McFadder's son. Reese's granddad is Harold McFadder. Y'all probably know the McFadder family, and that's a nice spike right there. Good job, Reese. I know you're excited. And one more time, here are the dates, and all we've talked about this before, but looking at different dates, and like I said, Blair says down in Franklin County, they're just coming in, and down there at Tate's Hell, but different parts where the dates are. All right, here's Andy Brymer. Andy, I've showed him before. Andy's an excellent hunter. What I like about this is an Alabama buck, but folks, it was taken off of a wildlife management area. He was hunting with Jonathan Wilson. Now, Andy's one of those guys just gets out and scouts, and dog gets after him, and he don't hunt with dogs. He just gets out there and stays there in the woods, just finds a good place, and he's an excellent hunter. And every year, they went out to went out west to wildlife management areas and found some nice ones. Good job, Andy Brymer. I want to give a plug here for Stump Creek Sausage. I got to taste some of their product the other day. My nephew Matthew took one of his deers up there, and he brought me back some of it, and it is good stuff. Up there in Alford, right, Highway 231, here's a processing plant. That's some of the best deer meat I've ever eaten. It's just excellent. I had some snack sausage, summer sausage, and all kind of different stuff they got. Stump Creek Processing up there, so I just want to give a word into them, okay? One quick email, and then we're going to get ready. And we also got to add some names. We got to move along. Okay, this is from Ronnie Harrison. Had that show the other day on the students' projects, and Ronnie sent a nice email. Your program this morning was great. All of your students did a wonderful job with their projects, but most importantly, they were also respectful and well behaved. I can tell that they also think highly of you. I'm a retired colonel with 30 years with the Florida Department of Corrections, and I can predict that most likely all of these students will do well in life and make their loved ones proud. It is important for them to realize that adults do appreciate seeing youth conduct themselves properly and treat everyone as they would like to be treated. I'm especially pleased that some of them use the Bible in their projects. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much, Ronnie, for those kind words that I sent. I'm going to read that to my students today, and I know they'll be excited about it. So appreciate that feedback. And listen, we did not finish that video. We still got some more projects. I got a little bit of video left, so I may show that Monday. Let's add some names real quick. Sheila Wyndham, Panama City Beach. Okay, we're John Boyce, Panama City. Ralph Beatty, Panama City. Donald Conkle, Panama City. Jeanette Shettles, Panama City. Kenny Bostick, Lynn Haven. Martha Bostick, Lynn Haven. Jimmy Fields, Bluntstown. Jimmy's the Pompano King over there from Bluntstown. Jimmy. Shannon Burton, Youngstown. Richard Bear in Springfield. Alexa Bear in Springfield. Donnie Copper, just sent that one in on that fish. Cindy Brock McGuan in Greenhead. McEwen, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna get ready and go ahead and draw our names. And let's take a break now. We're gonna draw our names when we come back. Okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. We're going to get started. First of all, we've added the names. Let's see. We want to talk about the Red Snapper meeting tonight. I call it Red Snapper meeting, where they put on about 5 meetings throughout the Gulf Coast at New Orleans and Biloxi and all. They have it at Mexico Beach tonight at the El Governor Motel. And folks, if you want to catch any more of these right here, you better get involved. Listen, the word around is that it looks bad for recreational fishermen. We're just having a bad situation, and we may be cut out of red snapper fishing entirely. It's amazing what's going on. So I'm going to just let you know about it. It's at 6:30 tonight, our time, at 7:30 Eastern time at El Governor Motel. I've talked to some people who've been to all the meetings, and they say it does not look good for the recreational fishermen. So we've got some politics involved in it and all, so it's a shame. We know there's a lot of red snapper out there. We know that for a fact. Okay, we had the redfish clinic. We talked about it. Mark was on here the other day. It's going to be February the 10th. Now we're talking about some more next week. Go and put it on your calendar. February 10th at 5:30 at Legendary Marine. Mark and Michael Calvert will be giving this redfish clinic. It's free, but you're going to need to call out there to Legendary Marine and let them know you're coming and tell them you saw it on Panhandle Outdoors. Because last time, the majority of people that went were Panhandle Outdoors viewers. So that's great. All right, let's get ready for our giveaway. One of the things we're going to talk about pretty soon, we're going to start giving some other things away other than just seafood. We're glad to do this every Friday. Appreciate them doing it. So anyway, let's go ahead and draw. This is going to be for the $20 gift certificate, okay? And the winner, they stuck together. Okay, the winner is going to be Bradley Stanford from Breakfast Point. The boys' basketball coach out there at Breakfast Point, Brad Stanford. All right, $20 gift certificate. Brad, you can buy me something nice out there. Now, for the red snapper, and it won't be long before the only red snapper we're going to get is going to be at a seafood market or at a restaurant, it looks like. All right, the red snapper winner is going to be, we're looking at Terry Richards, Southport. Terry Richards. Folks, that's my neighbor out there, and they just entered last week, so two winners right here. Let me write it down, the red and the 20. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and take our final break, get set up for our famous Friday fishing forecast, and we'll be right back. Now, welcome back. Let's get on the famous Friday fishing report for January 23rd, 2015. It's been pretty slow in areas, and other areas have been pretty steady. And we'll start down there toward Carabel. That Carabel River is still producing some good speckled trout fishing all up and down, up through the river right up in here. Also, if you want to get out of the bay now, there's a big school of redfish, some bull reds. These bull reds will come in and out of this pass right here and hook back around this point right here. So those fish from down there, another catch redfish up here on the backside of Dog Island, and then also catch some trout up in here. So you can catch it on a good day. So be aware of that as far as fishing that area. And then we'll go over to Apalachicola Bay, and I'm always talking about the backside of St. George Island is always good. The pass, the bull reds are still hanging around the pass here right here. The Bob Sykes Cut, they call it. All right, then back over here to St. Vincent Island, the backside of St. Vincent. I mentioned it frequently about your oyster shells here. Speckled trout fish have been slow, but the redfish has been pretty steady all through this area according to the reports I get from down there. Now go over to St. Joe Bay. Just talked to Captain Blair Morgan, and we have it's pretty slow. Again, the whiting bite is good. Different places, the state park right through here. The state park will be good surf fishing here. The trout fishing is slow out in the bay. If you want to catch some trout, the best thing to do is go up into the canal, right through the canal, right up in here. You can put in White City and come down this area right here and come down and fish it. It's a good time of the year to catch them. You can troll and catch them. You can catch them here at the T. And also move on down to Mexico Beach. I've got the report here from Captain Mitch Coleman with Florida Days Adventures, and he sent a report in last night. He said water temperature is steady at 62 degrees. He said lots of bait are near shore. Bull reds, okay, there you go again. Bull reds are working under the bait balls. So that if you see bait balls, then you're going to look for birds working on those bait balls. That's exactly what's going to happen. Flounder and sea bass are really good at 50 to 60 feet of water. So right down this area right here, you still catch flounder. You saw the picture earlier in the show. Good numbers of vermilion snappers, or what we call beeliners, and trigger in 100 feet of water. So a little bit deeper, steady bite on that. And the best offshore bite now has been amberjack. I've gotten several good pictures of some really good sized amberjack from the Pensacola area all down through here. If you get off on a good day, there's some really good amberjack fishing. All right, let's come here to Panama City, and you saw the picture again earlier in the show. It's a lot of good squid fishing, okay? But before getting to squid fishing, I want to go over here to Sandy Creek. All right, here's Sandy Creek right here, and it's going with the creek starts here. Sandy Creek is one of the premier spots to trout fish. I'm going to try to get on where it comes out right across from Raffield's Fishery. I've heard some pretty decent reports, and you just get up in this creek and you work these bends and try to find these deep holes, and that's where the trout's going to be. So familiarize yourself with Sandy Creek, and it's going to be a good area to handle right there. Okay, so all right, so let's move along. I I lost my bearings here. Amazing how we could give these reports without this machine right here. All right, now, so we want to go ahead and go from Sandy Creek. East Bay has been steady. Tyndall Bridge, there's guys in kayaks still working Tyndall Bridge, catching those bull reds. But the trout bite is slow. Overall, trout bite all over the Panhandle is the slowest bite it's been in a long time. I've got a few pictures, and I get so many different, with my social media and the people I talk to and all, I get so many different reports from so many different people. I'm really confident in the reports when I put it all together. And overall, the trout bite has been slow, and it is really, be aware of that. So if you're gonna find a trout, go ahead and get up in the creeks and all, okay? But let's talk about those squid. Where are you gonna get those squid? It's a lot of fun squid fishing, and I'm gonna put it right here in the center of the screen. Go here to the downtown marina, okay? And you fish off this spot right in here. Some people fish off this wall right back in here, but these squid are going to be strong, and we've done shows on squid fishing. It's not complicated. There's several different ways you can do it. A lot of people just catch these squid just for bait and use them later on in the spring and summer. If you go on a party boat, the number one bait they're going to pull out on you is going to be squid, and they're going to cut it up in pieces all. So be aware of that. Also, I wrote down, and it's going to be on our website now, the rest of this report. Flounder are still being caught offshore, and the reports of, I just mentioned AJs, okay, so be aware of that. A large school of redfish over in West Bay on the show Wednesday with Mark and Bill. They're talking about that large school of redfish, and now they're not going to sit there and camp out now. They're going to move around, so you're going to move around and try to find them. So be aware the redfish over there have been pretty steady, but it's been, overall, I think if you sum up this week, it's been a pretty slow week on the fishing part. Be aware of the public hearings we're having here at Mexico Beach tonight, and check out the website, all these information here. I was tickled. We had a good fishing show. Bill and Mark talked about fishing all day Wednesday. Then Ronnie Groom and I talked about hunting all day Thursday. So it's been a good week on Panhandle Outdoors, and we appreciate the viewership and all. By all means, be careful today and do something good for your neighbor, if your friends and all, and just have a great time in the outdoors and have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.